Hey guys, it turned cold in Tennessee. Came in at Missy's to a cold house. Remember this guy? We just put this compressor in back a month or so ago, a couple months. I don't know, it was hot. And we used a used one. And I said I'd never have done this for a customer because, you know, A, you wouldn't put a used compressor in, and B, you'd buy them a new compressor and put in a 20-year-old unit and then something else would tear up. Well, I think we've got a bad circuit board, and this is not a cheap circuit board. I think I just looked up online, it's like $300 and some for this unit. And you'd be crazy to buy one, so never patch up an old unit because something else is gonna go wrong as soon as you do. Unless it's for family or friends, and you got an old circuit board at the shop you can use. So I'm gonna put this on and see if that's our problem. It looks the same. Actually, I saved this board specifically because I thought it would fit this furnace. CPC-E. It's the same part number. Looks like it's even the same revision. All the numbers match, so I'm going to just unplug stuff and plug it back up one for one, and we'll see if that's our problem. What it's doing currently, the burner's light, they stay on about 3 or 4 seconds and they go out just like you've got a faulty flame sensor or a dirty flame sensor. However, it'll just do that indefinitely. It never sets a code, which is the first clue that it might be the light. Of course, I pulled the flame sensor out to clean it, but it wasn't dirty. And I stuck my microamp meter in line, and it never does anything. It's like the board never sends a signal, a voltage signal down to the actual flame sense to test for flame. So that's the problem. I think the board is just, you know, you can see, of course, looks pretty brown around the resistors, but it's just hard to tell what the problem is. This one looks brown around the resistors too, but I'm going to swap this because I think that might be the best thing to do to see if we can make it work. She just fired up. I just put the disconnect in. That's running a lot longer than it used to. See if I can unplug this flame sensor without getting into anything. Come on, baby. We'll see if it gave me any kind of code or if it does a bunch of times before it does. Also be able to determine if it's about the same amount of time between relights. It lit, it goes about 3 seconds. Out. Waits about 10 seconds. And goes again. She stayed on the whole time I've been sitting here. You can see how dark that board gets where the resistors get hot. But got a little grass on it. But again, no way of telling exactly what part's bad on here for somebody like myself. I'm sure an electronics guy could test every part, or if you knew how it was supposed to act, you could probably test it. But could be something as simple as a bad capacitor, or it could be something as complex as, you know, that integrated circuit there. But either way, we fixed it again for no dollars. So I'm going to put the door on and go in and let it warm up. I do have to, I was going to bypass the thermostat just to confirm that it wasn't the thermostat dropping the call, and when I did, it broke the wire off. So I've got to get a set of strippers and fix that right quick. But other than that, we should warm up quick. Okay, 644, which is right. It says it's 61 heading for 70, so we'll see what happens. I ain't gonna let her make 70. I've been in 55-degree air all day. It's hot in here. That's one thing about gas heat. It sure feels warm when it's doing what it's doing. Let's see, seemed like we had a program in this thing for auto. And it's 68 on auto, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it in the auto mode. I think 61 or 68 for heat and 71 for cool is the way she had it. So we'll let it go up 2 more degrees and we're gonna call it good. It hadn't shut off none. I've been kind of listening for it.
Maybe it was 17. Yeah, fits about as good as a 11/16. Ever tighten that? Got it tight.
All righty, watching a little Puddin's Fab Shop while I wait, but I just heard it click, so 7:14 and she's turning off. So we warmed it up at least for tonight and saved that unit yet again. Thanks for watching.